that grows opens where the old love died. I do not hide the thorns that kept my heart alive. Midnight paints the rooftops violet gray. The boulevard is washing you away. A velvet dress, a shadow on the wall. I became beautiful after the fall. You wanted innocence without the truth, a quiet girl who gave her power to you. But everyone became a darker bloom. Now I carry my own fragrance through the room. I used to measure beauty through your eyes, believe your distance, then I had to try. Now mirrors show me everything I need, a woman who no longer has to plead. I do not wait for hands that hesitate. I will not call confusion something written by fate. I know the difference between hunger and devotion. I will never drown again inside somebody else's ocean. Black rose rising in the rain, turning every scar into a name. I grew from silence, I grew from pain, and I will never beg for love again. Black rose burning through the night, darkened petals reaching for the light. You could not keep me, you could not change me. I was born to choose my own life. Let it fall, let it end. I do not need an enemy to know I am my friend. Let it fade, let it go. What cannot love me does not deserve to watch me grow. The same reflects 1,000 broken stars. I leave your memory sleeping where you are. No final kiss, no scene beneath the rain. I will not make romance out of pain. You caught me cold when I became aware, when I stopped accepting crumbs as care. You caught me distant when I learned to see that real love never asks for less of me. Now every step belongs to me alone. The city feels like somewhere I can own. My softness stays but not for careless hands. A sacred heart requires sacred plans. I am still tender, I am still capable of love, but tenderness without boundaries becomes self-abandon. And I do not regret the woman I was. She carried me here. I honor her by never betraying myself again. Black rose rising in the rain, turning every loss into my strength. I grew through darkness, I broke the chain, and I will never lose myself again. Black rose glowing through the night, every thorn protected something bright. You may remember, you may desire me, but you cannot enter this new life. Black rose, no permission. Black rose, no submission. I am not waiting to be chosen, I am the choice. Morning touches Paris slowly. Night releases what has gone. A black rose opens in the silence and faces the dawn. Dust stains the skyline, indigo and red. I carry no confession, only perfume where I stepped. A balcony above the waking city, cold metal resting underneath my hands. You sent another message full of pity, as though regret could alter where I stand. You called your absence complicated timing. I called it evidence and let it speak. There is no romance in surviving someone who appears only when they feel weak. I wore your chaos like a hidden necklace, kept every cutting edge against my chest. Then one evening I removed it without sadness, and finally understood the shape of rest. My pulse is steady, my vision clear. Your voice has lost the power it once carried here. What felt like poison became a cure. I know exactly what I will never again endure. Blue power, venom in my veins, turning old devotion into strength. Sweet on my tongue, cold in my gaze, I let the darkness sharpen every change. You cannot charm me with confusion, you cannot pull me through the past. I became immune to your illusion. Your favorite spell is veiled at lies. Blue power, venom, beautiful and slow. I survived your touch, then learned to let you go. One drop, one breath, I buried every fear you left. No rush, no sound, that rise where you expected me to drown. The river catches fragments of the sunset, a black dress moves beneath the amber lamps. I feel no need to make you understand it. Some truths are strongest when they need no defense. You wanted loyalty without protection, a faithful heart available on demand. You offered longing in place of direction, then blame my standards when I changed the plan. Now I recognize the scent of false devotion, the polished words, the carefully delayed reply. I no longer call uncertainty emotion. Real desire never needs a practice lie. My eyes stay open, my hands stay clean. I left behind the life you thought would wait unseen. There is no doorway inside my regret. You were a lesson, not a destiny I missed. I was never powerless. I was gathering information. Every broken promise, every sudden disappearance, every affection followed by distance. I remembered all of it. Leaving was not impulsive. Leaving was the final result of seeing clearly. Blue power, venom in my veins, turning every weakness into grace. Calm in my voice, fire in my frame. I became impossible to manipulate. You cannot tempt me with nostalgia, you cannot rewrite what is past. I outgrew the world you offered. Your favorite spell is veiled at last. Blue hour, venom glowing in my soul. I survived your touch, then took back all control. Dusk leaves the skyline, night covers the road. Your memory grows lighter with every step I go. No confession, no returning, only blue light quietly burning. Light on my shoulders, cold smoke in the air. I stopped asking who would stay when I learned that I was there. The city wears a diamond after rain. Every window shines like hidden pain. I walk slowly through the midnight crowd. No need to prove my power out loud. You used to tell me I was hard to hold, but you were only frightened by a heart that's bold. You wanted me closer, small and sweet, a pretty little secret waiting at your feet. Now my silence has a different sound, like a queen who finally found a crown. I do not need your eyes to make me shine. I was never yours, I was always mine. I do not need to make you stay. Anything meant for me will never make me beg that way. I know my name, I know my truth. I will not lose myself to be enough for you. I wear my crown in the dark, no spotlight, no applause. I became my own protection, I became my own cause. You can watch from far away, you can wonder who I am, but I will never make myself smaller just to fit inside your hands. I wear my crown in the dark, and I do not need your heart. Untouched, unmoved, I have nothing left to prove. Unbothered, unchained, I will never shrink again. Perfume lingers in the hotel hall, your final message means nothing at all. There was a time I would have turned around. Now I hear my heels and love the sound. I learned attention is not loyalty, desire is not love, and words are not security. You gave me almost dressed it up as fate, but a woman who knows herself will never wait. I no longer fear an empty chair, loneliness is lighter than despair. I would rather dance beneath the cold moon than share my bed with someone leaving soon. I do not ask, I do not chase, I will never trade my peace for temporary grace. I know my fire, I know my worth, I do not need permission to take up space on earth. I am not distant, I am discerning. I am not cruel, I simply learned that access to me must be earned. I do not compete, I do not convince, I do not explain why disrespect has consequences. The old version of me waited to be chosen. The woman I know chooses herself. I wear my crown in the dark, no spotlight, no applause. I became my own protection, I became my own cause. You can call me hard to love, you can say I went too far, but I will never dim my spirit to become somebody's star. I wear my crown in the dark, every scar became an art. I do not need you to complete me, I was whole from the start. Moonlight on my shoulders, gold smoke in the air. I stopped wondering who would stay, a queen is already there. The clock strikes 12, the mirror is awake. I wear the truth you could not take. Champagne shadows cross the hotel wall, your final invitation means nothing at all. A driver waits beneath the violet rain. I take my coat and leave without your name. You wanted beauty without consequence, my full devotion for your half intent. You kept me standing near an open flame, then acted shocked when I escaped the game. Now every jewel against my throat feels like a a promise that I wrote. Never again will borrowed affection become the measure of my reflection. I am finished with uncertain hands. Love should never feel like sinking sand. I will not trade my inner peace for one more night of temporary relief. Diamonds after midnight, cold against my skin. Every ending polished what was waiting deep within. I move without permission, I shine without a witness. I became my own devotion when I left your indecision. Diamonds after midnight, sharp beneath the moon. You expected me to break, but I learned how to bloom. Watch me glow, watch me leave. I no longer need what I once believed. The avenue unfolds in black and pearl. No one here remembers your obedient girl. She vanished somewhere between grief and grace, and left to come a woman in her place. I used to read your silence as a test, then work twice as hard to earn your best. Now absence tells me everything at once. A real connection never keeps me lost. My standards are not walls of pride, they are the guards that stand inside. Only steady hands may touch the parts of me that survive too much. I am not waiting for regret to make the ending meaningful. I am not hoping your loneliness will prove that I matter. I matter before you arrived, I matter after you are gone. That truth is enough. Diamonds after midnight, bright against the rain. Every lesson carved a light from every private pain. I move without permission, I speak without explaining. I became the destination when I stopped accepting waiting. Diamonds after midnight, burning clean and blue. You expected me to break, but I outgrew the world with you. The clock moves on, the mirror shine. What once was yours was always mine. Diamonds after midnight, morning in my eyes. To the end, the city glows. Your name appears. My answer's no. You know my softness, not my limits. Rain runs silver down the window glass. A black car carries me beyond the past. Your voice is waiting underneath the tone, but I have learned the luxury of being alone. You left the door and it was open wide. You came for warmth with winter in your eyes. I gave you truth, you gave me almost love. Now almost will never be enough. My heels move slowly through the marble hall. I hear your message, but I feel nothing at all. You lost the privilege of reaching me when you mistook my patience for dependency. No more excuses, no second key. You do not get unlimited access to me. I know the pattern, I know the cost. You only call me precious when you know I am lost. No access to my body, no access to my mind. You cannot leave me empty, then return when you have time. No access to my silence, no access to my love. we had, but you no longer have access to the woman you treated badly. No key, no sign, no way back into this life of mine. No call, no chance, I will not repeat our final dance. Paris is breathing underneath the moon. Your memory fades like perfume from the room. I pass the places where I used to wait. Now every empty table feels like fate. You thought desire could replace respect, that pretty words could cancel your neglect. But I am not a secret you can hide. I am the storm you never stood beside. I do not hate you, hate would keep you near. I chose indifference and make the road clear. The coldest thing I ever learned to do was stop explaining what you already knew. My boundaries are not punishment. My distance is not a game. I'm not trying to make you chase me. I simply no longer belong where I was not valued. You had access to my heart. You handled it carelessly. Now the door is closed. No access to my body, no access to my mind. You cannot break my spirit, then return when you decide. No access to my future, no access to my life. I chose myself completely underneath the Paris night. You can miss me, you can regret it, you can whisper that I changed, but you no longer have access to the woman who escaped. 2 a.m. the city glows, your name disappears, my answers no. You knew my softness, now you know my limits. City lights beneath my window, midnight resting on my crown. I stopped waiting for permission when I learned to hold my ground. Black satin, black satin moving through the lobby, soft piano floating from the bar. You once thought my love was guaranteed, like I would never travel far. You gave affection in small portions, just enough to keep me near. I kept translating your avoidance into something less severe. Then one night the truth arrived without a warning or a sound. Anything that steals my dignity is not a place where love is found. I took my earrings from your table, left the roses where they died. There was nothing left to argue, I had already changed inside. I do not need a dramatic ending, I do not need your sudden understanding. The moment I recovered my direction, you became a distant chapter with no claim on my attention. I built a private empire from the pieces you ignored, turned every empty promise into marble on the floor. Now the gates are made of standards, every tower holds my name. You may stand outside and wonder, but you cannot rule again. I built a private empire, quiet, elegant, complete. I no longer need your kingdom, I have everything in me. No entrance, no appeal. What I protect is mine to feel. No weakness, no disguise. I see the truth before the lie. Paris glitters through the curtains, taxi headlights cross the rain. I remember all the evenings I made excuses for your games. You would vanish without warning, then return with perfect words. I confuse your brief attention with the love that I deserve. Now consistency is beautiful and confusion has no charm. I no longer call it passion when uncertainty causes harm. My heart remains a sacred place, not a waiting room for doubt. Anyone who enters carelessly will quickly find their way back out. I do not fear the space beside me. Solitude has never tried to redefine me. I do not miss the version you controlled. She became the foundation for the woman standing whole. I built a private empire from the pieces you ignored. Turned every empty promise into marble on the floor. Now the gates are made of standards. Every tower holds my name. You may stand outside and wonder, but you cannot rule again. I built a private empire, quiet, elegant, complete. I no longer need your kingdom. I have everything in me. My peace is not negotiable. My time is not a reward for inconsistent behavior. My affection is not something you can place on a shelf and collect when you feel lonely. I do not belong to anyone who cannot value what they are asking to receive. I am not waiting to be recognized. I recognize myself. I built a private empire where my spirit answers first. When no temporary pleasure is allowed to lower my worth. Every room is filled with freedom. Every mirror speaks the truth. I became the one who rescued everything I gave to you. I built a private empire, no approval at the door. You may remember how I loved you, but that woman exists no more. I built a private empire, quiet, elegant, complete. I no longer need your kingdom. I have everything in me. Morning touches every rooftop, silver fading into gold. I close the curtains on your memory and let the silence hold. No permission, no desire to return to what expired. I walk alone, but never empty, through my private empire. Three bells in the distance, crimson on the street. The night reveals its secrets to the women who can read. I leave the restaurant before the rain. No coat, no hurry, no desire to explain. A motorcycle hums beside the curb while your excuses blur into the traffic. You spoke in circles, polished every lie, but truth was hiding in the movement of your eyes. I noticed every pause between your words, the sudden change of tone, the details you reversed. You thought my patience meant I did not see. I simply waited for the facts to speak. Now intuition guides me through the dark, a quiet compass beating in my heart. I trust the feeling underneath my skin. The warning always whispers before the trouble enters in. I need no evidence beyond what I perceive. A woman who believes herself is ethical to deceive. I am the red light oracle, reading every hidden sign. I can taste the false intention before it ever reaches mine. Beautiful and watchful, soft without surrender. Remember every lesson that was meant to make me stronger. I am the red light oracle, moving where the shadows part. You may hide behind perfection, but you cannot fool my heart. Red light, green eyes, I recognize the sweetest lies. One glance, one clue, I see the side you never show as true. The elevator climbs above the roofs, mirrored walls reflect the sharper truth. I see the woman I refused to hear, the one who felt the danger long before it appeared. She stayed because she doubted what she knew, believed that love required a softer view. Now every instinct has a place of honor. I never silence to appease another. The rooftop garden glows in scarlet haze, music drifts between the silver trays. Someone reaches out and asks my name. I smile, but access is no longer easily gained. I watch behavior, not the grand display. Character is proven by the choices made each day. I keep my mystery, I guard my energy. Not everyone who wants me is entitled to know me. I am the red light oracle, reading every hidden sign. I can feel a cold intention underneath the perfect line. Elegant and watchful, one without surrender. Remember every pattern that I once refused to measure. I am the red light oracle, moving where the shadows part. You may hide behind perfection, but you cannot fool my heart. My intuition is not insecurity. My caution is not fear. I've learned the difference between being guarded and being unavailable. I am available to honesty, consistency, depth, and respect. Everything else can remain outside. No blindfold, no illusion, no attraction without discernment, no promise without proof, no entrance without truth. I am the red light oracle, every signal burning clear. I no longer call it passion when the cost is living in fear. I'm magnetic and watchful, tended by selection. I protect the life I built with deliberate affection. I am the red light oracle, dressed in midnight, crowned in calm. I can welcome something worthy, without abandoning who I am. I do not fear connection, I simply choose it well. I know the difference now between enchantment and a spell. Three bells in the distance, dawn touches the street. The night gave up its secrets and laid them at my feet. Crimson leaves the skyline, gold enters the dark. I follow what I know inside my heart. You trembles on the glass, your signal fades into the black. I hear the static, then nothing. Lipstick resting on the crystal rim. The room grows quiet when the lights go dim. Your empty promises arrive too late. I left them unopened beside the gate. You knew the language of desire, but never learned to guard a fire. love the glow around my skin, not the hidden world I carried within. Tonight my footsteps mark the floor, like closing locks along a corridor. I leave no perfume for you to trace, no final weakness on my face. Keep your reasons safe, your speech. I am no longer someone your apologies can reach. The signal broke, the curtain fell. You lost me long before I chose to say farewell. And static, smoke and gold, I became the mystery you were too careless to hold. Softly savage, calmly gonna turn the ache you gave me into something I could own. You may search the crowded rooms, you may follow every sound, but the woman you remember is nowhere to be found. No reply, no return. Touch the ashes, feel them burn. A midnight train moves past the same, carrying the last remains of pain. The passing bridges frame my eyes, I watch your memory lose its size. You offered sparks and called them stars, left little fractures beneath my scars. I kept believing depth would grow, until your actions told me no. Now I protect the tender parts you treated like disposable art. My love remains, but it belongs where loyalty is quiet and strong. I did not become heartless, I became precise. I stopped confusing chemistry with character. I stopped mistaking longing for a reason to return. Some doors close without anger, some women leave without noise. Silk and static, smoking gold, I became the secret you will never again hold. Velvet danger, silver dawn, every trace of your control was gone before the morning came. You may search the crowded rooms, you may listen for my sound, but the woman you remember will never turn around. Neon fades across the glass, your signal disappears at last. Only static, then freedom. Gold doors open, low lights breathe. I enter slowly, the room remembers me. Velvet glows beside a crystal glass, a distant violin pulls through the dark. Every face turns gently as I pass, but admiration never owns my heart. You once believed my calmness meant surrender, that I would stay wherever you placed me. You never understood that something tender can still refuse the hands that treat it cheaply. I gave no warning, made no grand display, just gathered every piece you overlooked. By morning, all your influence had faded. I closed the story like a finished book. You wanted certainty without being sincere. You wanted all my warmth while keeping one foot clear. Now every boundary is written into stone. You taught me what to guard, I taught confidence is calm, I never have to overuse it. You had a place beside me, then treated it like nothing. Now you can only watch me become the woman you kept doubting. When I walk in, the room goes quiet. Hold your breath, watch the door. I'm not who you knew before. Blue lights travel over empty tables. Brain draws silver lines across the street. I no longer decorate unstable connections just to make them feel complete. You prized my beauty when it served your image, then questioned every dream that made me grow. I learned that love without genuine courage is only fear dressed up for someone's show. Tonight I choose the rooftop over answers, the open air instead of your disguise. My heels keep time above the sleeping traffic. Freedom looks effortless beneath these skies. You cannot enter, ruin no desire. A closed chapter does not reopen under fire. I keep my softness, but I choose where it belongs. The heart you underestimated has always been this strong. My composure is not an invitation. My beauty is not consent. My forgiveness does not restore what your behavior destroyed. I do not need to punish you. Life without me will explain enough. When I walk in, the room goes quiet. Every shadow moves aside without defiance. No explanation, no performance. I built my peace from every night you left me feeling worthless. You had a place beside me, but never learned to honor it. Now every light surrounding me reveals what you abandoned. When I walk in, the room goes quiet. Cold doors close, the music fades. I leave behind the choice you made. No final glance, no borrowed sorrow. The room stays quiet as I meet tomorrow. Red lights on the avenue, your shadow fades behind me. I left the door unlocked, but I know you cannot find me. Rain is falling over Paris roofs, washing every street of your half-truths. Your name is glowing on my telephone. I watch it disappear and walk alone. I gave you softness, you mistook it for a need. Fed you devotion while you planted doubt in me. Now every step beneath the midnight sky says I survived the version of me that cried. Black coat moving like a quiet flame. No one in the city knows your name. I lost the fear of watching people leave. The moment I remembered how to breathe, I will not wait, I will not plead. Love without respect is nothing that I need. I know my heart, I know its price. You only missed the one because I became mine. This is my velvet goodbye, soft as a kiss, sharp as a knife. No final words, no reasons why. I close the door and reclaim my life. You can call, you can lie, you can tell yourself we only needed time, but I will not return tonight. This is my velvet goodbye. my beautiful life. Taxi windows hold a silver glow. Passing every place we used to know. I see the girl who waited for your change and barely recognize her in the rain. You wanted access without giving trust, wanted my fire while you offered dust. But I am not a room you enter when you please. I am the old cathedral and the keys. Now I drink the silence like champagne. Let the city carry off the pain. There is power in a woman walking free, knowing what she lost was never meant to be. I will not chase, I will not bend. I do not need revenge, so know this is the end. I know my worth, I know my lie. You do not get another chance to hold me right tonight. I forgive myself for loving your potential, for turning every warning into something sentimental. I forgive the nights I blame my own reflection. I was not too much, you were afraid of blue connection. Now my peace is sacred, my body is my home. I would rather own the darkness than feel lonely beside someone. This is my velvet goodbye, soft as a kiss, sharp as a knife. No final words, no reasons why. I close the door and reclaim my life. You can want me, you can try, you can search for me in every passing light, but I will not return tonight. This is my velvet goodbye. Red lights on the avenue, your memory falls behind me. I did not lose your love, I found the woman inside me. A black rose opens where the old love died. I do not hide the thorns that kept my heart alive. Midnight paints the rooftops violet gray. The boulevard is washing you away. A velvet dress, a shadow on the wall. I became beautiful after the fall. You wanted innocence without the truth, a quiet girl who gave her power to you. But everyone became a darker bloom. Now I carry my own fragrance through the room. I used to measure beauty through your eyes, believe your distance, then I had to try. Now mirrors show me everything I need, a woman who no longer has to plead. I do not wait for hands that hesitate. I will not call confusion something written by fate. I know the difference between hunger and devotion. I will never drown again inside somebody else's ocean. Black rose rising in the rain, turning every scar into a name. I grew from silence, I grew from pain, and I will never beg for love again. Black rose burning through the night, darkened petals reaching for the light. You could not keep me, you could not change me. I was born to choose my own life. Let it end. I do not need an enemy to know I am my friend. Let it fade, let it go. What could not love me does not deserve to watch me grow. The scene reflects 1,000 1,000 broken stars. I leave your memory sleeping where you are. No final kiss, no scene beneath the rain. I will not make romance out of pain. You call me cold when I became aware, when I stopped accepting crumbs as care. You call me distant when I learned to see that real love never asks for less of me. Now every step belongs to me alone. The city feels like somewhere I can own. My softness stays but not for careless hands. A sacred heart requires sacred plans. I'm still tender, I'm still capable of love. But tenderness without boundaries becomes self-abandonment. I do not regret the woman I was. She carried me here, I honor her by never betraying myself again. Black rose rising in the rain, turning every loss into my strength. I go through darkness, I broke the chain, and I will never lose myself again. Black rose glowing through the night, every thorn protected something bright. You may remember, you may desire me, but you cannot enter this new life. No permission, no submission. I am not waiting to be chosen, I am choice. Morning touches Paris slowly, night releases what has gone. A black rose opens in the silence and faces the dawn. Dust stains the skyline, indigo and red. I carry no confession, only perfume where I stepped. A balcony above the waking city, cold metal resting underneath my hands. You sent another message full of pity, as though regret could alter where I stand. You called your absence complicated timing. I called it evidence and let it speak. There is no romance in surviving someone who appears only when they feel weak. I wore your chaos like a hidden necklace, kept every cutting edge against my chest. Then one evening I removed it without sadness, and finally understood the shape of rest. My pulse is steady, my vision clear. Your voice has lost the power it once carried here. What felt like poison became a cure. I know exactly what I will never again endure. Blue hour, venom in my veins, turning old devotion into strength. Sweet on my tongue, cold in my gaze. I let the darkness sharpen every change. You cannot charm me with confusion, you cannot pull me through the past. I became immune to your illusion. Your favorite spell has failed at last. Blue hour, venom, beautiful and slow. I survived your touch, then learned to let you go. One drop, one breath, I buried every fear you left. No rush, no sound, I rise where you expected me to drown. The river catches fragments of the sunset. A black dress moves beneath the amber lamps. I feel no need to make you understand it. Some truths are strongest when they need no defense. You wanted loyalty without protection, a faithful heart available on demand. You offered longing in place of the then blame my standards when I changed the plan. Now I recognize the scent of false devotion, the polished words that carefully delayed reply. I no longer call uncertainty emotion. Real desire never needs a practiced lie. My eyes stay open, my hands stay clean. I left behind the life you thought would wait unseen. There is no doorway inside my regret. You were a lesson, not a destiny I missed. I was never powerless. I was gathering information. Every broken promise, every sudden disappearance, every affection followed by distance. I remembered all of it. Leaving was not impulsive. Leaving was the final result of seeing clearly. Blue hour, venom in my veins, turning every weakness into grace. Calm in my voice, fire in my frame. I became impossible to manipulate. You cannot tempt me with nostalgia. You cannot rewrite what is past. I outgrew the world you offered. Your favorite spell has failed at last. Blue hour, venom glowing in my soul. I survived your touch, then took back all control. Dusk leaves the skyline, night covers the road. Your memory grows lighter with every step I go. No confession, no returning, only blue light quietly burning. Moonlight on my shoulders, gold smoke in the air. I stopped asking who would stay when I learned that I was there. The city wears a diamond after rain. Every window shines like hidden pain. I walk slowly through the midnight crowd. No need to prove my power out loud. You used to tell me I was hard to hold, but you were only frightened by a heart this bold. You wanted me uncertain, small and sweet, a pretty little secret waiting at your feet. Now my silence has a different sound, like a queen who finally found a crown. I do not need your eyes to make me shine. I was never yours, I was always mine. I do not need to make you stay. Anything meant for me will never make me beg that way. I know my name, I know my truth. I will not lose myself to be enough for you. I wear my crown in the dark, no spotlight, no applause. I became my own protection. I became my own cause. You can watch from far away, you can wonder who I am, but I will never make myself smaller just to fit inside your hands. I wear my crown in the dark, and I do not need your heart. Untouched, unmoved, I have nothing left to prove. Unbothered, unchained, I will never shrink again. Perfume lingers in the hotel hall, yeah. Your final message means nothing at all. There was a time I would have turned around. Now I hear my heels and love the sound. I learned attention is not loyalty, desire is not love, and words are not security. You gave me almost dressed it up as fate, but a woman who knows herself will never wait. I no longer fear an empty chair. Loneliness is lighter than despair. I would rather dance beneath the cold moon than share my bed with someone leaving. never trade my peace for temporary grace. I know my fire, I know my worth. I do not need permission to take up space on earth. I am not distant, I am discerning. I am not cruel, I simply learned that access to me must be earned. I do not compete, I do not convince, I do not explain why disrespect has consequences. The old version of me waited to be chosen. The woman I am now chooses herself. I wear my crown in the dark, no spotlight, no applause. I became my own protection, I became my own cause. You can call me hard to love, you can say I went too far, but I will never dim my spirit to become somebody's star. I wear my crown in the dark, every scar became an art. I do not need you to complete me, I was whole from the start. Moonlight on my shoulders, gold smoke in the air. I stopped wondering who would stay, a queen is already there. The clock strikes 12, the mirrors wake. I wear the truth you could not take. Champagne shadows cross the hotel wall. Your final invitation means nothing at all. I drive away beneath the violet rain. I take my coat and leave without your name. You wanted beauty without consequence, my full devotion for your half intent. You kept me standing near an open flame, then acted shocked when I escaped the game. Now every jewel against my throat feels like a promise that I wrote. Never again will borrowed affection become the measure of my reflection. I am finished with uncertain hands. Love should never feel like sinking sand. I will not trade my inner peace for one more night of temporary relief. Diamonds after midnight, cold against my skin. Every ending polished what was waiting deep within. I move without permission, I shine without a witness. I became my own devotion when I left your indecision. Diamonds after midnight, sharp beneath the moon. You expected me to break, but I learned how to bloom. Watch me glow, watch me leave, watch me leave. I no longer need what I once believed. The avenue unfolds in black and pearl. No one here remembers your obedient girl. She vanished somewhere between grief and grace. I'm left a calmer woman in her place. I used to read your silence as a test, then work twice as hard to earn your best. Now absence tells me everything at once. A real connection never keeps me lost. My standards are not walls of pride, they are the guards that stand inside. Only steady hands may touch the parts of me that survive too much. I am not waiting for regret to make the ending meaningful. I am not hoping your loneliness will prove that I matter. I matter before you arrive, I matter after you are gone. That truth is enough. Diamonds after midnight, against the rain. Every lesson carved a light from every private pain. I move without permission. I speak without explaining. I became the destination when I stopped accepting waiting. Diamonds after midnight, burning clean and blue. You expected me to break, but I outgrew the world with you. The clock moves on, the mirrors shine. What once was yours was always mine. Diamonds after midnight, morning in my eyes. Today and the city glows. Your name appears, my answer's no. You know my softness, not my limits. Rain runs silver down the window glass. A black car carries me beyond the past. Your voice is waiting underneath the tone, but I have learned the luxury of being alone. You loved the door when it was open wide. You came for warmth with winter in your eyes. I gave you truth, you gave me almost love. Now almost will never be enough. My heels move slowly through the marble hall. I hear your message, but I feel nothing at all. You lost the privilege of reaching me when you mistook my patience for dependency. No more excuses, no second key. You do not get unlimited access to me. I know the pattern, I know the cost. You only call me precious when you know I am lost. No access to my body, no access to my mind. You cannot leave me empty. Then return when you have time. No access to my silence, no access to my light. I locked the door behind me and disappeared into the night. You can't miss me, you can't regret it. You can dream of what we had, but you no longer have access to the woman you treated badly. No, no, no. No key, no sign, no way back into this life of mine. No call, no chance. I will not repeat our final dance. Paris is breathing underneath the moon. Your memory fades like perfume from the room. I passed the places where I used to wait. Now every empty table feels like fate. You thought desire could replace respect, that pretty words could cancel your neglect. But I'm not the secret you can hide. I am the storm you never step aside. I do not hate you, hate would keep you near. I chose indifference and made the road clear. The coldest thing I ever learned to do was stop explaining what you already know. My boundaries are not punishment. My distance is not a game. I'm not trying to make you chase me. I simply no longer belong where I was not valued. You had access to my heart. You handled it carelessly. Now the door is closed. No access to my body, no access to my mind. You cannot break my spirit, then return when you decide. No access to my future, no access to my life. I chose myself completely underneath the Paris night. You can't miss me, you can't regret it. You can whisper that I changed, but you no longer have access to the woman who escaped. 2 a.m. the city glows. Your name disappears, my answer's no. You know my softness, no, you know